Sit back down for just one more drink. Oh yeah. Here's to us. Here's to love. All the times that we fucked up. Here's to you. Fill the glass. 'Cause the last few days have kicked my ass. So let's give 'em hell. Wish everybody well. Here's to us. Here's to
Welcome everyone to the Geek Show. We are back. God, we have been away for a little while. Now, there's a reason why we've been away, and we didn't announce this, and I kind of wish we would have. Our season ended. We are now doing seasons. Kind of neat, kind of unique what we're gonna be doing here. Okay, so this is season 2 of the Geek Show, and this is awesome. Now, very first episode, the Geek Show Live podcast here in the Geek Lab in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And this is the Geek along with the special one.
Special J, that be me.
We're here, everybody. And so, season 2 is going to consist of 6 weeks. Now, after 6 weeks over, our season will end. Now, within the 6 weeks, there will be a week that we will not be here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Where will we be, G?
It's called Hot Atlanta.
For the Walker Stalker Con, for the Walking Dead Conference. Cannot wait to be there. Can't wait to meet Brad Justice. Can't wait to meet some of these people who are majorly involved with these podcasts in the Walker Stalker Conference. On that note, I think we'll have an elephant next door.
Something. I just know it went boom.
uh, so, the Geek Show Live podcast will air every Friday night. And we actually are filming this, and we're going to air it immediately after we get done filming this, which is awesome for our fans of the Geek Show. No more delay, no more feels like long in between episodes. We're going to air it right after we do it.
That way, y'all can get y'all direct feed of the Geek and me. Seriously. Just straight IV it to you.
I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. So, tomorrow night, Geek Show Live video feed. Tomorrow night, pretty awesome show we got in store for everybody. Now, while we were gone, we did do the Ice Bucket Challenge.
I like mine.
So, if you haven't checked them out, please check them out right now on our YouTube channel. Also, KP will be back every Tuesday night here on the YouTube channel of the Geek Show for Deck Talk with KP. Now, a new segment will be airing with that where he will have the question of the week. Now, if you answer the question of the week, you might get a pack of Pokemon cards or even maybe a Pokemon shirt, Pokemon hat. There'll be something Pokemon related. It might even not be. It might be Yu-Gi-Oh! It might be Magic. It depends on what it is that week that we feel froggy to give you. So we'll let you know what the prize is with the question of the week. First one to answer it correctly under the comment section will win.
And with some of these questions and their tips to those answers, some of them will throw you. Trust me, because it's me partially writing them.
And KP's a brilliant kid.
Oh, that he is. Very intelligent.
Speaking of KP, he's next door right now. That's probably where the herd of elephants was coming from. Him and we're gonna call him Mr. Hare.
Yeah, I like that.
Mr. Hare. Mr. Hare is next door, so we'll leave it at that.
I could think of plenty of names that could be used, but yeah, Mr. Hare would be appropriate for this time.
Remember that new schedule: Friday night Geek Show podcast, Saturday Geek Show Live video show, and every Tuesday KP Deck Talk. Now, countdown is not gonna happen, everybody. Reason behind that?
is due to the fact we do not have the people behind us currently to be able to research all of that information.
And then Amazon product show once a month. Sound good to you?
Works for me.
Yeah, I feel like if we do once a month and give an actual promo code once a month for a certain percentage off, that works a lot more better in our favor and gives more people a chance to actually watch it. So, thank you for supporting the Geek Show every week here on YouTube. Like I said, we've been away, and while we've been away, a lot of stuff has happened. So we're gonna go into a couple of these subjects that's happened. First thing first, we're gonna talk about something kind of recent: the death of Sean O'Hare. Sean O'Hare recently committed suicide. I think it was Tuesday night he committed suicide. Guy was only 42 years old.
That would be correct as far as my understanding.
He actually hung himself from the bedpost while he was sleeping. I was reading he's had financial problems and has been in rehab a lot in the last 8 months for drug-related substance abuse, which is a common thing these days with wrestlers and athletes, I think.
But as far as I'm aware, I can understand people have problems. Trust me, I've had a lot of them myself when it comes to financial and monetary troubles. I just I just find too many reasons to say, hey, I'm still here. What else you got wrong?
Something else we need to talk about here. While we were gone, we're gonna talk about something different here. NASCAR. NASCAR driver Tony Stewart was involved in a little bit of a scandal. He hit a driver on I guess it's an outlaw track.
Yes.
Track, and killed him. We watched a video today on it. I kind of can't put it to words. Seeing it was, it's kind of insane.
It was rather disturbing to me because, one, even before seeing this, and I really don't watch racing that much due to the fact that I've got a lot of irons in the fire. But number one rule, do not get out your car. I mean, seriously. And to walk head on into traffic with these cars running in as fast as they do and as dark as that track is, it's almost certain you're going to get hit.
Yeah, and I mean it's a scary situation. It was a surreal situation, and I mean my heart goes out to that family, but I mean Stewart, I mean is doing the right thing. He is getting back in the race car. He is moving on from day to day thing, and it did distract him. He was almost to the point that he was going to leave racing, quit, sell his team, sell everything, but he would have never healed.
No, to come back from something like that takes monumental strain.
And it does. And we got some more subjects tomorrow we're going to talk about. Tomorrow we'll talk about Robin Williams and Joan Rivers. And that's a little bit more kind of a face-to-face thing with the camera. That's a little bit more personal because they were kind of idols for us growing up. Especially Joan Rivers. I mean, she was in Spaceballs. I mean,
Yeah, because I always enjoyed her in anything she ever done because, one, she always put a smile on your face because you knew when she was on screen, she was going to make somebody laugh.
Johnny Carson every night. I mean, that was awesome back in the day. Now, let's get back into the actual row of things here on the Geek Show. Next Sunday night, live on the WWE Network for the amazing price of $9.99, the WWE presents Night of Champions. And guess where it is this year, Gary?
If I'm not mistaken, it is in Nashville.
And it is. And the Geek will be there. I'm excited. I'm going to hold up a sign just for you, too. It says, Special G wasn't here. Brock Lesnar destroyed him.
Oh, you funny.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. Speaking of, let's get into some of these matches real quick. All 8 matches have been announced. I'm pretty excited for these matches, and we're gonna kind of run through them real quick. First one first, the World Heavyweight Champion match. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena.
I was gonna say Lesnar ain't gonna see what's fitting to hit him. Watch. That five knuckle shuffle is finna knock the brains right out of him. What he have left anyway.
I think this is Brock Lesnar's rise to glorifying that name and that legacy in the WWE. I mean, he has defeated the man. I hate to say it, the man that ran the yard. That was his yard. He beat the Undertaker in his own yard, in his own game, WrestleMania. He beat John Cena at SummerSlam, and it wasn't just a beating. He destroyed him. I mean, he literally conquered John Cena. And then, Night of Champions. How many suplexes can John Cena take?
Well, I can't exactly remember how many he took the last time. Oh, was it 16? 16. I'm gonna say he's gonna take at least 20. But we'll see. I mean, granted, he is pretty strong, but John Cena's resilient. Resilient to a fault and does not give up.
Could that be his downfall? Because think about this. If John Cena cannot beat Brock Lesnar, would he have anything to go for? Will he have anything else to prove in the WWE? Could this be it for him?
If he doesn't, then he's just going. If he doesn't, then if all he's got to do is take a minute, sit back, rethink his game, and when he come back, Lesnar better watch it because that five knuckle shuffle is gonna take his brains out.
Well, I see right now, I see a Superman punch, literally, in Brock Lesnar's future. I see Roman Reigns being the man at the throne, Brock Lesnar.
That I can see because when Reigns flies, that hand's coming down like a hammer.
Well, we'll get into that little subject in a second. Right now, prediction: Brock Lesnar or John Cena?
You can't see Cena? Ha ha.
So Cena.
Yes.
Okay. Mine's is for Brock Lesnar, the Beast. That's one of my favorite wrestlers. Gotta go for him. I hate John Cena. I'm not a C Nation fan, and I cannot see John Cena so winning this match. So, next match.
That's because you don't have the spirit, the nonstop, do not quit, loyal hustle and respect.
It might be. It might just be. I've seen the way of Paul Heyman.
It beats Bo leaving.
But on that note, next match: Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, Mr. Money in the Bank, remember, if Cena wins, he's not walking out of Nashville with that belt. Rollins will. If Lesnar wins, Rollins ain't going after Lesnar because that's a authority guy.
Very true. But even though okay, just on pure speculation, if Lesnar wins, who says he won't be too tired? All little Money in the Bank, all he'd have to do is come up with a chair, say ping.
Yeah, but he might be in the back trying to recuperate from having his teeth knocked down his throat by a Superman punch.
Very true. Yes, I'm waiting for that. I'd pay to see that.
I actually did. So, yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a good match. I can't wait. Prediction right now. I'm going with Roman Reigns. He's red hot right now. He's on a roll. I can't see him losing.
I don't either because I'm gonna second that.
Next match we're gonna talk about Mr. I hate to say it, the man of wrestling. I hate to say it. He's one of the best wrestlers, hands down, in the WWE. Made his return a couple months ago. Final match is at Night of Champions, and he's fighting Randy Orton. Y2J versus Randy Orton at Night of Champions. My prediction, I hate to go against him, but I see the Viper coming out on top.
You're right. That is actually a tough prediction because if that's actually his last match, then yeah, I don't see Chris Jericho winning it.
Don't see him winning, because what's that going to prove? He's going to put Orton down, and Jericho's going on top and walking away. I mean, for him to come back 4 or 5 months from now, no.
Like you just said, I don't see him beating him and coming back. It's just, what's the point?
I mean, it's a good point. I mean, I don't know. It's a rough one there. Next match, the Usos versus Stardust and Goldust for the Tag Team Championships. Now, I love the Usos, man. Those guys are amazing in the ring. But I know the Ascension are on their way. And they're fan favorites right now. And I hate to say it, the Ascension's are fan favorites, the Usos are fan favorites. Goldust and Stardust are heels right now. I gotta go for the Rhodes Brothers, the Dust Brothers. I mean, they're red hot right now. And they're gonna be the brand new tag team champions after Night of Champions. Usos, I feel like they're about to ride off in the sunset for a little bit, just so they can bring in these new teams and get them red hot. I don't know. I mean, what's your prediction?
Granted, like you said, the new tag team's coming in, but I'm gonna have to give it up for the Usos. They just fly way too high.
Well, I mean, I got a lot of respect for Goldust. I feel like this run for him, he is better than what he was during the Attitude Era. I feel like he's a lot better wrestler.
He's with this tag team. He's coming into his own.
So is Cody.
But yeah, granted, yeah, that is a rather unique character. That's why I like him. It's just I just see the Usos taking it.
Well, I mean, it's a hard one to decide between. Next match, Mark Henry versus Rusev. I hate to say this, Rusev's been red hot, unstoppable. And I'm a big Mark Henry fan, but I feel like Mark Henry's just gonna put him over. That way they can build up Rusev more and more.
Well, granted, yes, like you said, he is hot, but Henry's one of the world's strongest men.
Well, and this is something I don't know if you haven't really been following this much, but him and Big Show were teaming up. Henry and Big Show. Henry told Big Show, right now our tag team don't mean nothing. I gotta do this. I keep thinking Big Show in the back of my head's gonna mess this match up.
Now that I could see.
So I gotta go with Rusev on this one.
Because, like you said, if he does interfere, who the hell in their right mind's gonna piss a man that big and that strong the hell off? Seriously.
I like to see Rusev, Henry, and Show in a triple threat match later, maybe at Hell in a Cell. That'd be awesome.
Now that you gonna have to reinforce the cage.
So that'd be a good one. Another match. Stephanie McMahon has announced we will have a Divas match. AJ Lee versus Divas champion Paige versus Nikki Bella. Now, I feel like Monday Night Raw on Monday still gonna happen. I still feel like they can add Brie into this match and make it a fatal 4-way. But at the moment, it's a triple threat. Who do you see winning this match?
I'm sorry. I like him psychotic, so I'm gonna have to go for AJ Lee on this one.
Well, at the moment, I'm voting for Paige. But if Brie Bella gets in this match, I want Brie to win because that would be the ultimate redemption against Stephanie, her sister, and the Authority. And I feel like that right there makes up for everything Daniel Bryan has lost and had taken away from him. I mean, we need some kind of redemption.
That, yeah, I will have to agree with that. But if it don't happen, AJ, you, where you been all my life?
And then Paige, winner for me if Brie Bella doesn't enter the match. See. We've had, oh yeah, United States title match. Cesaro versus Sheamus. Man, I'm a big Cesaro fan. I love that guy. He is probably one of the most strongest men, literally powerful man in WWE right now. I know Mark Henry's the strongest man, but he has to be the most powerful man in there. That guy has unbelievable strength. And I just don't see the Celtic Warrior walking away that night as the United States champion in Nashville, Tennessee. Do you agree?
I see that Swiss Superman getting his teeth broke kicked in.
Well, might happen, might not. We'll see. Now the champions, Nashville, Tennessee. Another match been announced. Intercontinental Championship match. Dolph Ziggler, the new Intercontinental Champion, versus The Miz. I got to go for the show off. Dolph Ziggler.
That I really haven't watched as much as I'd like to, but as far as that goes, I mean, granted, Ziggler is a great wrestler, but I see the Miz walking away with it. I really do.
Mm, maybe. You never know. I mean, you never know. Is there any more matches? Let me think real quick. Running them through my head real quick. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. If I miss one, I am so sorry. It's a long night. Some reason I do think I'm missing one, and it's gonna drive me nuts. But if I think of it before the show's over, we'll kind of go over it. Last night, though, NXT Takeover happened on the WWE Network for the low price of
$9.99.
And if you don't have the WWE Network, please subscribe right now because you are missing out on some great material from the WWE. Night of Champions happened. Not Night of Champions. Takeover, Fatal 4-Way. Speaking of Fatal 4-Way, the Fatal 4-Way match was amazing. Adrian Neville hit the red arrow to retain the NXT Championship. But Sami Zayn put on a wrestling clinic last night.
I mean, some of the moves. This man jumps up and dives through the second rope and still manages to pull a DDT off. I mean, it was insane. And some of the over top air jumps. I mean, Jesus. Oh, I mean, these boys were getting as much airtime as Jordan. And I'm serious. Y'all missed a slobber knocker if y'all didn't. And if y'all didn't, get the network. Order it $9.99 and review it. Because if you don't, then you're just crazy. I'm serious. Okay. Up next, we got
The title match that happened. It was the NXT Divas Champion. It was Charlotte, amazing athlete, versus Bayley. Amazing match. What do you think of it last night?
I mean, granted, Charlotte retained her title, but in all respect, Bayley put on a show. And after the match is what gets me. Now, granted, Charlotte's ex best friend, what's her name? Sasha Banks, comes out and assaults Bayley. I mean, seriously, who comes out after a match like that? And Charlotte's walking up the runway. She sees on the Titantron. She turns around. She jumps back in the ring and snatches this woman up and just slings her across the ring. Now, that is athleticism. I will give her the props for that.
You can honestly tell that is the Nature Boy's daughter, and I mean, she is going to be literally a future Hall of Famer one day.
I will give it that because some of the moves she was doing. I don't even know what that one flip move she was doing was called, but it was insane. And her finisher, yeah, like the geek here just said, she's gonna be a future Hall of Famer. You just watch and wait and see. It's gonna be on. Okay, what is next? Uh, I lost my train of thought. Hey,
Next, been a minute since been. Well, let's talk about God, I've lost my train of thought because I'm still trying. While he was talking, everyone, I was trying to figure out what other match I missed. And I'm actually looking at it right now, so let's see if I missed something here. I know. I'm working on it. See. Nope, I did not miss a single match. So we did get them all covered. That was a good thing. On the Night of Champions review, we did get everything covered. And we will be doing our That's What Sheik Says segment here in a second. Now, before that, let's talk about kind of wanted to talk about this Ray Rice situation going on. How do you he's been, banned from the NFL for literally hitting a woman. How you feel about that?
good. Because me personally, I've never put my hands on a woman. Well, I've never hit a woman in anger. I've scared the piss out of a few of them, but I've never hit a woman as much as I've liked to. And actually, the sad part is I've actually had exes tell me, I'm surprised you didn't bust me in the mouth. Because I've had at least 1, 2, 3, 4 tell me that to my face. From everything I have told you, you did not bust me in the mouth. So, for me not to, I'd say I've held my own pretty well. Ha ha.
Well, and Ray Rice I'd say he's a fucking idiot. Pretty fucking idiot. Stupid motherfucker for doing that shit. He needs to fucking die. I mean, not really die, but get punched in the. You know what? I think everybody in the NFL locker room needs to stand down the field and punch him in the face, and then he can maybe play football again after everyone punches him. How would you feel about that?
Let him, no, forget that. Let him run through the UFC super heavyweight division locker room. Let like some people like Kimbo Slice or somebody just run up and just bust him from like 50 feet, like 20 feet away. Or put him in the octagon with some of them for 10 minutes. Actually, no more like 30. Just so they can pummel him to a bloody, bloody pulp.
From that, we're going to talk about something else. It's kind of about injuries in sports and what's the most dangerous sport. We'll get in that here in a second. But let's go into a little segment that we call That's What Sheik Said. Now, I'm going to read a tweet. Speaking of Ray Rice, that he actually tweeted 3 hours ago from the Iron Sheik, and is at the _ Iron Sheik only on Twitter. And it says, first, I suplex the fucking Ray Rice crispy dick. Then I break his fucking Adrian Peterson piece of shit back with my camel clutch. That's exactly, word for word, what it says right here on Twitter. Awesome guy. You see one you want to read? Mr. G? Let's see. He's looking. Okay, I think he found one. Hold on a second. But yeah, I mean, if you never really read this Iron Sheik stuff, you need to get on there and read it every day. He is a fucking genius. I'm guessing this guy has a lot of fucking free time on his hands. Either that, or he is that much.
Either that, or he's really into his Twitter and or other.
You got one?
the reason I'm doing this one is because, well, one, I have the ability to do funny voices. Now, I'm gonna try to do this in my best. One of my favorite impersonations is Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. And this is what she said. It says, "Hello, at the NFL commish. Do you smoke at the crack? Do you really? Do you smoke at the crack?"
And that's at, ladies and gentlemen, at _Iron Cheek. Read that anytime, anytime, anytime. It's pretty fucking awesome if you haven't read. So we're gonna go from that. We're gonna talk about some NFL, the NFL a little bit, but all kinds of sport. What's the most dangerous sport in our mind? We were talking about this a little bit earlier today, and I think honestly, I think racing in general is the most dangerous sport. Racing and maybe horse racing.
Oh no, to me, I mean, I can understand where you say racing, but if it's going to be racing, I would have to go with Formula One due to the fact they do sharper turns and they run faster.
Motorcycles too.
Well, very true, but anything not on a track like that, I would have to say something like lacrosse or rugby.
I think honestly, another dangerous sport, and a lot of people don't think it's sport, but it kind of is now. Is parkour.
Parkour. Granted, it may not be considered a sport, but if you make one misstep, depending on where you're at, yeah, you're pretty much screwed.
BMXing, skateboarding. I mean, they're all pretty fucking dangerous in its own way.
Very true, but then again, to do some stunts and get hurt, then it's on some of that. It's either go big or go home. But I've seen some of it that most people, unless you're just that advanced at it, should not try.
Do you think injuries in sports, coming back too early from them, is a death wish on your career?
It really depends on the sport and the injury. It really does.
I mean, I see some can be. Depends on, like, if you're a professional wrestler and you have a neck injury, you don't want to come back too early because you're falling on your damn neck all the time, on your back.
Very true. And like, who was it that messed up their ankle? What was his name?
Cam Newton.
Yeah. To come back early from an ankle injury, especially when you're a quarterback or any type of receiver or running back or a back period, you're not want to come back early. You want to be 100% when you hit that field, because if you're not, you make a misstep or you get hit just right when you're planted, you're going to hurt yourself again. It's just a matter of time.
That's true. I mean, Jake Locker, our quarterback for Tennessee Titans, did it twice last year. Came back a little bit early, played one game, was back out again. Wasn't smart. You got to play healthy. You got to play smart in the football because you don't want to be 28 years old and have to retire because of injuries. Not many career choices after football for a football player.
Not unless you just want to do not security guard somewhere.
True. Or act. Or do commercials for going gray and trying to turn your hair back the normal color.
Did Brett Favre try that?
Emmitt Smith did it.
Yeah, but he's a classic.
Yeah, he did it for that just for men.
But say, he's one of them that could pull off even a salt and pepper look. Yeah, I know that's the wrong way.
I'm gonna let people know this. All of our expressions are expressions of us and not meant to be taken in racist or jabroni meant ways in any way, shape, or form.
Like you said, anything I say, please do not take out of context. The term salt and pepper refers to the gray and the hair color itself. I have a lot of respect for him and for what he done for football.
So we're gonna go from that now to a little bit of an interesting story. Did you see, honestly, Burger King has a new burger that they're releasing in Japan. It is a black hamburger. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, when he says black hamburger, granted, everything the bun, the burger, everything except I think the tomatoes and lettuce is actually turned black. But what they use for that is actually an uncommon additive in American food, I should say, because what they're really using is squid ink to dye it. I mean, granted, it sounds weird, but hey, who knows? Hell, I know I tried it at least once, but then again, I'm me. Because as y'all know, speaking of weird food I've tried, the burger challenge. If I can eat that, I can surely eat something that's been turned black.
If it comes here in the United States, I guess that's going to be your next challenge. Because they have black fries to go with it, too.
Very true. Hey, why don't y'all just send me over there one good time? I'll eat a bunch of them as a challenge.
Well, they'll probably come in the United States eventually. Maybe. Depends on how good they do over there. Those damn Japs like... Yeah! If those dang Japanese people like it, I almost goofed up.
Oh, you did.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that in any racist way. It's just the way those Tennessee people talk. We don't mean... We're not... Shut up, Gary. You're supposed to help me. I mean, G.
Man, like I just said a minute ago, don't take anything we say seriously. Like when we say things that can be taken out of context as far as racist goes. Granted, we're not racist, but the terminologies that we have been raised with and have heard most of our lives are commonplace, but they're also incorrect. We mean no form of racism.
So we're gonna go into another thing here. I'm kind of throwing this one on you. Okay, Ohio. There was this ice bucket challenge that this kid did. He was an autistic kid. His friends talked him into it. But they didn't tell him. They peed and put crap and all that in the bucket, and they dumped it on him. But the kid won't give up the names. They're gonna push charges on these kids for it because it's a type of assault. But the kid said that they're his friends and he's not gonna give up the names. Well, as of Wednesday, Drew Carey has offered $10,000 to help fund to find these kids. And the school said they'll help do the investigation as soon as football season's over. It tells me that football players and all that town cares about is that football.
I wouldn't give a who they are. If someone done that like that to my niece, nephew, son, daughter, any family member of mine at that age, no. The last thing you best worry about is the police, because I would not give a seriously. Oh, can I swear? Oh no. These little fuckers would get their skull kicked in. I would not give a fuck. If you done something like that to any one of my family members or friends, no. The last thing you better worry about is some fucking pigs. Seriously, I would come for your skulls.
Well, I think it's a bunch of bullshit because, I mean, these kids should have never done that in the first place. I mean, they took advantage of this kid for a prank. And to me, someone needs to get some fucking balls out of that group and come forward and say, we did it.
Who the fuck in their right mind's gonna come? Who the fuck in their right mind's gonna come forward for something like that? They dumped urine, feces, spit, saliva, and only God knows what else on this kid.
They also said semen.
Oh no, That's no. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it was awful. I mean, this is one of the most awful stories I've heard in a long time. That kid, I don't care who you were. I don't care. You know, I understand. We know an autistic kid, and I mean, if they did that to that kid, and we know him really good, I would have went after every one of those motherfucking kids personally.
Y'all best run because y'all ain't hiding from me.
And I mean, you know, and I honestly, I got all the respect in the world for Drew Carey, and honestly, thank you, Drew Carey, for stepping forward and offering something to get these kids to come forward, to someone to come forward, because you know somebody saw that. Somebody had to see it. Somebody has to know. Someone needs to come forward. Someone needs to punish these kids. Who gives a fuck about their football season? It's these kids that really matter right now. It's not that, you know what, they can replace those kids. There's probably kids that's more hungry out there that's playing on that team that want a shot, but they can't have a shot because there's some dumbass kids that did a prank that they're just protected.
Man, you're going to get me riled up, and there ain't enough beer. Here, I'm serious. We may have to go get some because my one's already gone. That did kill my buzz. But yeah, seriously. Why would you do something like that to a kid? I mean, seriously. Even someone that wasn't even like him with special needs. I mean, seriously. But this is just effing ridiculous.
We're gonna go into one last little segment before we go into our final segments here. Yeah. I want to talk about. You know, we're running a little bit long today, but you know what? This is the first episode of the season, and we've been away for a while, so we got stuff to talk about. I want to talk about stuff that we've done that we regret. This is a little segment that we're gonna talk about. It could be something that you bought. It could be a collection. It could be one of those lust things. Something that you honestly you bought it and you went, why the fuck did I buy that? Or something that you literally went, why the fuck did I do that? What was I thinking? How the hell did I do that?
No, we're gonna have to title it. What the hell was I thinking?
So we're gonna go into this real quick. Something I want, stuff. I buy a lot of weird shit, and G will be first to admit this. I buy a lot of weird shit because I do my Amazon shit, and I do have to buy weird shit for this, because and honestly, I literally sell some weird ass shit. Someone bought a share workout video from me. What the fuck?
Well, at the time that video was made, she looked rather good, so I could sit here and watch her do some squat thrusts.
Oh my god. Next you're gonna say if Reba McEntire had a workout video, you'll watch it.
I don't know. She still look good too.
Or Dolly Parton.
I don't know about that one. No, I couldn't play the bongo drums. About the only thing I could be thinking of is, well, Afro Man said it best. About the only way I'm finna watch her is if her titties were filled with Hennessy.
But something that I bought to this day, I kind of look at myself and went, what the fuck was I thinking? And now at the time, I thought that, but now I kind of want one again. Was a GameCube. Not GameCube, but Dreamcast.
Bad.
But at the time, they didn't have no games. You couldn't really do nothing because they made the mistake of honestly making it Windows compatible so you can burn the fucking games.
Yeah, that one was a little ahead of its time.
It was its downfall.
Yeah, now I mean, if you re-released it, you could almost compare it to anything you've got out now. You just have to tweak the engines for the graphics.
True. And Sega, officially did go out of business video game, console-wise. They still make games, still do Sonic, but that's about it.
Watch, they could. I'm willing to bet if they re-released a newer version of that Dreamcast, they could do it.
Well, they talked about making a system. It's called the Revolution. They had it built, and they were ready to go, and then they tested it, and people said this is way too advanced, way before its time. No. And Sega was always before its time. Think about it.
Very true, because the engines that they use for their games are ahead of their time.
And it was an amazing thing. But stuff you regret or or bought or stuff like that.
You want me to go into things I regret? Oh dear God. Hey, I know what I can tell y'all about. As a matter of fact, I was talking about this on my Facebook earlier. Well, my personal Facebook. I ain't got my special G up yet. I'm still working on that.
Might be up by this weekend.
Hopefully sometime this weekend I'll have it up. But one of the things I regret is there was this. I was talking to this one young lady because I will leave out names for all intents and purposes.
We can make
Uh, for all intents and purposes, this girl's name is Princess. I was talking to Princess, and well, I granted I've written some really strange things, and well, what I done is I took my phone and I wrote out a text that was rather graphic and rather long, and I mean I put some detail into this. I mean I put like Christine Feehan and some of these romance novels to shame. I mean I put some detail into it, and well, the thing that I regret is the fact that I had sent it to my ex girlfriend. Oh dear God. Because when she replied, I was like, what? What I do? And then I realized, oh no. Yeah, that was a boo boo. Considering as many times as I cheated on that ex. Seriously. Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother sack of potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Because me and that particular ex have this thing, it's called the truth game, where she will ask me a question and I will answer bluntly, which is not something I normally do. Due to the fact there was one time we got into this one game, and she knew I had cheated on her at least once. Well, we got to drinking one night, and she wanted to play. I said, "Sure, ask me anything you want. I don't care what it is, and I will answer you truthfully." She asked me, "I know you cheated on me. That I know," and I'm like, "Yeah, I did." But she wanted to know exactly how many times. I looked at her and plainly just without any expression, emotion, or significance on my face. I said, for me to answer that question, I'm going to need a piece of paper and a pencil. She goes, why? I says, because I'm going to need a piece of notebook paper to write them all down. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was at least in a 4 year period. No, we weren't together 4 years. A little over 4 years. I cheated on her with, I think it was 20, it was somewhere between 25 and 30 women. And and quite a few of those were multiple times. So yeah, I regret a lot of things like that because I've done some crazy shit. If
You can go now. Here's my question. Here's my question for you. If you can go back, would you do that again? How would you do it different this time? How would you actually? Would you change it, or would you do it again because you like the out? You feel like the outcome was good in overall.
well, the outcome overall now is great, but in hindsight, I would. Mm, I'm gonna sound like a freaking chauvinistic pig by saying this. I would probably do it again, just not to the degree I done it, due to the fact that the way things have turned out now between me and this particular ex, we're actually still friends. We're actually still good friends, and the situation there is just crazy. But yeah, I about the only thing I'd change about it is the fact on how many times I've done, and for that, man.
You know, thinking on that. So, G, would honestly, this day now, since after that, do you still cheat on your relationships, or do you are you a one woman man now?
Well, as far as that goes, I've been single for for a good minute. I know my Facebook says different, but I'm gonna have to do some changing on that as well. I've actually been single for a good minute, but I've grown a lot since that time, and I have actually gotten a lot better at sticking to the one I'm supposed to be with. And one day I hope to find someone, but as for right now, I'm not looking.
Well, when you build your rep page, we should put on there. Um, Now accepting applications for women. Send photo in description.
I know what I may do. Just for giggles. I'm gonna put one of my questions is have you ever been in Mexican Ben? If the answer is yes, you will be moved to the head of the line.
He's saying he dates crazy chicks. Which,
I like AJ Lee. Come on now.
yeah, but when you get stabbed and killed, I told you so. I will stand over your grave and go, I told you so, you bastard.
Dude, if you've met, how many of my exes have you met? Then you should already know most of them are flat out. Well, not most of them, but a few of them, a few select of them are actually rather, how shall I put this? No, they're not mentally incapacitated. They're just flat out freaking crazy. I'm talking on take medication crazy.
Maybe you should find one that's not crazy.
Not crazy? Why? What would be the point? I'm never going to be normal.
On that note, uh, oh my god. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's see. We got the final wrap here of the segment because we're about to be going into almost an hour on this show tonight. But like I said, season premiere of the Geek Show podcast. We are gonna run a little long-winded. Probably gonna run a little bit long-winded tomorrow too. Unfortunately, hopefully not. But
It depends. It really just depends on how riled up he managed to get me right before the show.
well, tomorrow we got a lot to talk about, so it's gonna be pretty riled up night. So, yeah. Well, not Mayday, but we might go to the German festival.
German festival in Nashville?
Yep.
Aye.
Oh, that'd be a fun night. Oh, la.
It's gonna be beer, brats, and
Pussy.
no, dude, you got to do it right. It's gonna be beer, brats, and breast.
Well, tomorrow we might come back and Gary might have a wet face, but it won't be from the beer either.
You got me messed up, homie.
Yep. On that note. Yes, I just farted. Sorry, everyone.
He's trying to crop dust, Mike. It's not right.
It's been a long night. But while we were gone, a couple games did come out. We're gonna go into this in the final wrap. Destiny has released. We've been playing it. What do you think so far, G?
I think it's gonna be epic.
We've been playing a little bit of it. Minecraft came out. Love it. Gary hates it. G hates it. But you know what? You just got to believe in Minecraft.
I'm sorry. Granted, I can't get into an 8-bit game. I mean, seriously. Granted, it's on the Xbox One, but it looks like it's an 8-bit game. I can't do it. It reminds me of playing like a sight bike or something.
Well, the point about it is to build your own things. Like, I seen a buddy he built in the sky. Fuck you to his wife. He said, "Fuck you. I want a divorce." And he got her to play with him, and she saw it.
Now that would be something I would do.
It's all. I mean, you could build anything in there. You could build a sex world of sex toys, or you have to walk through the cave of vagina.
Or the dancing dildo forest.
See, I mean, it could be a fun game. You just gotta play it. Diablo 3, Reapers of Soul came out, and we've been tearing down on some of that.
Which reminds me, when we get off here, that's what we got to do. It's either that or we're just gonna have to just get down on Destiny.
It'll be one or the other. We're gonna be up a long night. Do we have enough beer?
How many cases we got?
I got one beer left on mine.
Oh no, we ain't got enough beer.
I can catch us some beer pretty quickly.
Hallelujah.
Cell phones are such a beautiful creation. 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 There we go. There he left.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I missed his mom?
Yeah.
Damn.
On that.
I can't help it. She's. Dude, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Your mom's friend is hot.
Hey.
Your friend's mom. Let me get that right.
Kyle's mom, friend's mom. KP's friend's mom.
Yeah. Yeah. KP, your friend, his mom? Yeah, it'd be on.
That's what you gotta say. You gotta get it right. Now, I do not share this opinion with G, but on that note, let's see. Final thoughts here. What did you learn today?
I learned that it's just the simple things in life that can bring so much joy.
You know what I learned today? Little RC toys, I don't care how old you are still the fucking bomb.
That's what I'm talking about. It's the simple joys.
We play kickball today. We play with a little RC fly thing that looked like a.
It's called an Air Hogs RC. It's like a dual bladed bird, whatever it is. It was fun as hell to play with.
And tomorrow, if we stop by there, we might get another little toy to play with.
Hey, we need to stop by Walmart and get some of them dart guns.
They have them at the liquidation outlet.
Oh, do they really? I want the sniper rifle so I can peg you between the eyes at 120 feet.
Oh, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, big boy. Something else before we exit off here.
If I can peg you between the eyes at 300 meters with an M16A2 that uses a 5.56 millimeter round, I can hit you at 100 feet.
Now, by the time we do go to Atlanta, I haven't told G this yet. I'm gonna have a new setup. We're gonna have an actual hookup here that we can hook up two mics. So I'll have my mic and you'll have your mic. We don't have to actually share the mic back and forth. We'll both have mics. We'll both be able to use it. We'll both be able to actually do stuff a little bit better. Something. Well, I'm actually getting one. It's actually made for podcasting. It actually flips up, and I can actually it'll flip up and it'll be like right here at me. And then you'll have one. The one I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get you a stand with a cover. Yours will be about right there. So we'll actually have a full podcast set up by then. Tomorrow night's episode, the Geek Table will not be here no more. Basically, we're gonna stand.
Oh, you're full of horse shit.
I think the standing look. I'll show you here. Hold on a minute. I think standing actually gives it a better look. Like we're sitting here talking, we can actually kind of look at each other, kind of talk, wave our hands a little bit, talk, lean up against the wall, and if we do, need the chairs, we can bring the chairs over later on. Hopefully we don't get too long-winded tomorrow night on it like we did tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Geek Show podcast. Anything else you feel like we missed or we should have covered, or?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. I tell you one thing though, it is really hard to keep a straight face looking at that picture of that guy right there. That's pretty wicked. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Geek, and we are in the Geek Lab in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And
Man, I've heard bird dogs yell better than that.
na 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 na. Sorry, I'm acting goofy. Anyway. I'm a,
Go get down on some games.
drugs are bad. Okay. Drugs are bad. Okay.
I can't second that.
I'm the Geek, everybody, and this is
Special J.
We are in the Geek Live, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We are wrapping up with the Geek Show podcast. Thank you for listening, and we we'll be back next Friday night with another episode of the Geek Show. So please, everybody, thank you for listening. Please tune in again, and we'll see you tomorrow night for our live show here on YouTube.